Hi and welcome to today's Fireside Chat, where today we're discussing the strategic importance of the strong vendor partnerships between Axians and Juniper Networks. I'm Jamie Pender, I'm the Content Marketing Manager from Axians UK, and I'm joined by Dale from Juniper and Anthony from Axians UK. If you'd like to introduce yourselves, please.
Yeah, sure. So thank you, Jamie. I'm Dale Smith. I'm the EMEA Channel Leader at Juniper Networks.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. Dale, thank you for joining us. Anthony Pireddu, I run for Axians UK, service provider, enterprise, and research and education verticals.
All right, thank you. Well, today's chat really comes on the back of Axians UK having won the Juniper's most recent EMEA Services Partner of the Year award. And on that, Dale, what in your opinion made Axians special? Why do you think we won the award?
Yeah, no, certainly. I think whenever we do any sort of awards, regards of services or technology, we have to take in a few factors into consideration. And certainly for your services award, which is hugely well deserved, by the way, we take into fact the capabilities, but we also look at the data in regards to the performance. If we look at the capabilities from an Axians point of view, you guys have done a phenomenal job for a long time. You've got the right people invested, delivering an excellent service to our mutual customers. You've been a global partner support service for around 15 years now, which is a huge legacy to build on. And you were the first UK partner to have both accredited PSS and PPS in the UK, which is great credibility for us. And then when we kind of zoom into the data, the data really spoke for itself, I would say, in this given year. The service renewal rates, retention rates were above 95%, which is phenomenal. And we're really, really pleased with that level of service. So thank you very much for that. And then when we take into other sort of data points, we look at our partners to deliver not only quality service, but the ability to upsell services, the ability to bring in additional services. And again, you've got a great track record in delivering on that. So maybe quite a long answer for one award, but a huge congratulations to you guys on delivering an excellent year again.
Thank you, Dale.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dale. And Anthony, you were the person going up and to actually receive the Juniper Networks EMEA Service Partner of the Year award. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, thanks you, Jamie, for the question, and again, thanks, Dale, for kind words about the work we've been doing. Well, first of all, we didn't know about that since a few hours before, so we were still very excited about it. And for me and for the team, the big thing was the sense of accomplishment and achievement. I was myself and Chris and Andy on stage, but then when we came back home, all the team, they were just ecstatic because they work really hard. All the team from our support team, from our annuity team, they were all really proud of the work they've done and the recognition they got from Juniper. So for me, yes, is the sense of achievement and the sense of something we really great partners together, and it was the achievement and the accomplishment was fantastic.
I think when you mentioned about the teams feeling a sense of pride, that's important because it's people that make the difference in service, in terms of delivering that excellent customer service, which is really just an extension of what we do. And it's almost a seamless service between either Juniper or Axians. So your teams are, just really an extension of what we're delivering. And we're super proud of what you've achieved. So thank you.
Dale, if I could ask you, from a customer's point of view, what benefits do you see that a technology services partner like Axians can actually offer to the customer?
It's a big question, but I'll try and, crystallize it as best I can. I think in any partner that we work with, and we've got some great elite and elite plus partners, and Axians fit into that model very nicely, but it's clear that you have got the value that we're looking for when it comes to offering that service to our customers, our mutual customers. Those capabilities that I look for kind of are the ability to design, to deploy, to manage, to operate these solutions, these technology solutions that we're sort of providing to these customers, regardless of their vertical. And you've got a great track record of delivering on all of those points, which gives us the full sort of complement of confidence that it's a start to finish service. And that capability is really invaluable because Juniper's got some complex technology. You know this, right? We are a complicated technology beast. We've got a lot of, different business units from networking through to data center and many others. And Axians has got a great breadth of knowledge across most of those domains, which I'm really pleased to say. But maybe I'll kind of bring it back to the last point I just made around the people. Having the skills is one thing, but having the passion, I think, is quite different. And it's clear to me there's passion here within the people that you have and delivering the Juniper service together. So that, I think, is definitely a great differentiator.
Going forward, Anthony, where do you see the future of the Axians and the Juniper partnership?
This business is about people. It's people business. So it's not just, as Dale said, about having the right certification that we certainly have. It's also about aligning the goals and the objectives of the key stakeholders in the business.
Yeah, very good.
So I think there are a couple of things. One is really so we want to partner well with Juniper. So it's not just about what we want, but also understanding what are the objectives of the Juniper team and see where we are aligned. Because of course there will be times where we are not, sometimes where we are, but we need to work on that because this is so important. So how can I help the Juniper team achieving their goals, and on the other hand, asking Juniper, how can you help us? If we work with this mentality together, we can achieve great things, regardless of the technology, regardless of the customer. The second part of the equation is what we're going to do with that. In our still main vertical, so the service provider world, keep doing what we've been doing, but I must say, we are growing. Juniper, a fantastic technology, Axians, some fantastic services. So we are in the same position. We have, the same objectives to acquire new customers, to work together and win. And so that is fundamentally, one of the key things we are already doing, but we want to do more.
It's actually a model we've seen work, I would say, over the last only 1 to 2 years recently, where partners have come from a sort of legacy service provider world with great capability, great competency, great passion, and transition into this new enterprise world, which Juniper is on its own journey to really expand into the enterprise, and is succeeding and doing really well. And it's partners like Axians that can bring that capability and competency from that world into the enterprise and these markets to which we are segmenting and saying we want to be specialists in these areas, and that we go all in together, that we put the investment around it, we get the sales teams from Juniper and the services and specialist teams around it, and we act as one team. But the important thing is that we're focused on the right markets that are applicable to your business, and we will win together. I'm absolutely convinced of it.
Yeah, and I think if I may add, and on top of that, for us, clearly the managed service is one of our key elements of our success in the enterprise space. And as you know, we'll be one of the first partner in Europe doing managed services around Mist with some great successes, well known. So we want to really expand on that.
Yeah, and actually you were the first Mist managed service partner to sign the contract. So
Indeed.
You absolutely were. So first again.
Does Axians target a particular industry, and what does a typical customer look like?
As we mentioned, service provider, still front and center, is a bit of a special market. So now that we are expanded outside of it, we'll have a clear focus on retail, insurance, hospitality, and higher education. And again, and this is based on conversation also with the Juniper team, we're very good alignment. So again, what I said at the beginning, sometimes being partner is also being open and honest to each other. But again, to me, together we have the same goals, and so it's a very good fit. So I'm super excited about the things we can do together.
Completely agree.
All right, thank you very much. Anthony, the talk of enterprise customer, could you describe typically what an enterprise customer is?
We are looking more and more to get specialists around some specific verticals and some specific type of clients. So in terms of size of clients, again, I don't want to box the customer, but usually we are strong in what I describe as the mid-market. Mid-market, we can think, FTSE 250 companies or alike, and typically companies that has between 1,000 and 10,000 users, around 50 to 250 sites, depending on the technologies, and often companies that have, not just UK, but also, global operations. Having said this, we have larger clients, smaller clients, again, because the real, proof of concept for us is finding the right DNA, finding the right fit for us. And that's so important for the business we do.
Can I ask, Anthony, with the investment in innovation, do you have any specifics? Can you give us some more details of where we've invested in?
Going back when I joined the company, we were mainly what we call reactive support type of business. Great asset, I mean, the 24/7 UK base, that is still a fantastic asset, but is how to move from being what we call break-fix reactive support into become more a proactive managed service. So where the clients, and not as well, again, we are talking about these mid-sized customers, they are pretty, they're pretty significant operation, get to a point where they say, well, actually, Axians, we give you our operations, you're now part of our team. So that has been the first big step forward. And now the next step is clients saying, well, actually, we would like you to look after our new Mist infrastructure, but we would like also to look after our entire infrastructure. And what a lot of enterprise tends to do is saying, well, actually, we do see all the networking element as something that is like a utility. So we want to, as we need to cut costs, we want to have our IT staff focusing on what really matters for us, that our application, our ERP, whatever the market is. And so we would like a partner, not just to manage one technology, but to take care of the entire technology, including the underlying network service provider. And this is, I think, the next step of evolution. So when we discuss something with the client, ending up the client saying, yes, please, Axians, do that for us, but actually also take care of these legacy bits and pieces, because it's so important for us to having, someone else we trust. Again, it's back to the trust, back to the culture, being able to look after this. We have more to come, but I want for the next time.
Come on. Tell us. No, I'm joking. Right, I mean, being so services-centric, it must be great to partner with somebody like Juniper and Mist, where we automate a lot of support, a lot of service-orientated tasks, level 1, level 2 elements, and to help, provide your people, your teams, your great skilled people the time to look at the really important stuff at the top end, rather than sort of the basic errors in the network, which can occur obviously at any point. So hopefully partnering with Mist eliminates a lot of those challenges and provides some focus elsewhere.
Yes, and thank you for this point, Dale, because again, another key point for us is we need to keep innovating, we need to keep growing, because what you just mentioned, yes, is fantastic on one end, but on the other end, a lot of the legacy way of looking after networks may disappear because of the great technology and automation you provide. So that's did give us a challenge, but also an opportunity. So as you said, now we are growing more and more in less of looking at the technical detail of the network and more looking at the business outcome for the customer. And this keep us on our toes, but it's also where the market is going and where our vision is. We really growing into the service space. That's what it means. It's not just learning one thing and doing it for 20 years. It's learning one thing and then learning the next and the next and the next and the next.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Thank you both very much for your time, and thank you too for listening to our Fireside Chat on the partnership between Axians UK and Juniper Networks. If you would like to find out more about how you can benefit from this long and strong Axians and Juniper Networks partnership, you can find out more on axians.co.uk or on the social media platforms, and we'd love to hear from you. So thank you very much.